And so he sits down to teach them after he observes what's going on with them. He sits down to teach. And so the first thing we must understand is that the master teacher understands that we have questions. And so I want you to not be afraid to ask. Somebody say, don't be afraid, to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. In verse 30 through 32, it says, and they departed thence and passed through Galilee, and he would not that any man should know it. For he taught his disciples and said unto them, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. But they understood not that saying, and were afraid to ask him. So they've been with Jesus all this time, but Jesus would say things sometimes, and they would say, I don't understand, but they were afraid to ask him. A lot of times in our lives, there are things that happen. There are things that God may want you to do. There are things that God may allow in your life. There are things that God may cause to happen in your life. And I want you to understand to not be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask God and say, God, I don't understand what's happening. God, I don't understand what's going on. God, I don't know why this person was taken from me. God, I don't know why that thing or that what that opportunity was removed from me. God, I don't understand. But I want you to understand. I want you to know to not be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to go to God in heaven and ask him straight up. God, I don't understand what's happening.